Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. So this stream, this is going to be just another check of my stream setup here. I'm going to get some TurboGrafx going, maybe find a good game to play here, get it up on YouTube. I'm still in private stream mode, and I'm just kind of using this to pre-record videos. Get my sophisticated microphone adjusted here. And also, let me start monitoring the stream on my super sophisticated Kindle Hoojamadoo. Come on, Kindle Hoojamadoo. There we go. And boop. Yep, still not showing as online, but that's alright. I know I am. It's just the latency in between. So let's switch over to my game capture section here. Oh, there I am. And just kind of switch over to the game. At this point, I am not able to monitor the system anymore. And I'm just kind of, I mean, visually I can, but I can't check audio levels or anything like that. And this has come up with Soldier Blade. Alright, more Soldier Blade then. I've clearly hit a button on my flash card. Oh, you know what though? You guys are hearing the game audio. I am not hearing the game audio, which means I need to go over to there. So game audio volume is one of the things I'm interested in checking at exactly this point. Oh, come on, game. And naturally I pick a game that you just can't stream without a massive amount of concentration. But at least this is the first level, and the first level is still reasonably easy. Alright, now I'm fully powered up with red. Alright, now I'm reasonably powered up with green. So in this game, your weapon power-ups kind of do double duty, as both weapon power-ups and super bombs. They each have a little different effect. You can see me accumulating them down in the corner. So you can switch between weapons. They're all good for different things. Right now I really probably want to stick with blue, but if I super bomb and burn one, there we go. It will drop my weapon level down one. So I'm starting to kind of get into the strategy of this game. And big strategy here, obviously, not standing in front of the big bad. Okay. And that was boss number 1. He made it for not very long at all. He's actually kind of a pain, though, if you don't use your super bombs on him. Ooh, blue. Also, ooh, that dropped my weapon level down 1. Now I need to pick up a weapon level. Now I've still got my bomb level up where it should be. But the blue bomb is not my favorite. It's something that has to be aimed by the player. Ooh, blue. Ah! Oh, whatever. Grab one. The scenery, the graphics in general, very nice for a TurboGrafx title in this thing. And TurboGrafx itself, I know I've got kind of a modified setup, but the output is so beautiful on it. Mine does stutter occasionally, and I'm not sure if that's the FrameMeister or what. I'm going to go ahead and guess it is. It comes out both in the video and on what I'm seeing on screen, so it's not ineffective to capture at all. Run! So I really do like my TurboGrafx. I only recently got back into it, and the reason I got back into it is I picked up a something called a Tenneco 2, which originally was a game saver, but mine's been modified to output RGB. So before that, I was stuck with the stock output of my TurboGrafx from back in the day, which was, oh geez, which was RF output. Okay, this guy needs a super bomb. Ah, I forgot about that part. I think this guy needs another super bomb. Ah, run! Okay, now we start doing this part. That's good. Ah, got me again. Super bomb, run! So I really like the this particular super bomb. Ah, because I don't have to aim it at all, and it goes from target to target. So this music, I'm not sure how well it's coming over in the stream because I usually keep the volume pretty low, but the music, boss music in this game is very reminiscent of really Konami games, specifically Contras and anything else that they put out that reused that music. Very familiar. Ah, Operation 2. So this is where I usually start dying a lot. So the first part's pretty easy, but this level just goes and goes and goes and goes. There's a sub-boss that he's no joke. Sorry, I'm kind of doing the sing-along to try and test some sync, because I really have no idea how the audio sync is with my stream. Honestly, if I could get it to where I speak just a little bit ahead, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Ah, I need this. Did it just grant me a life? It did. Okay, so now I am rocking what is probably the best weapon setup in the game, which is full blue. I just kind of prefer it. It's a nice mix of spread and power. I do not like the blue super bombs at all, but it's what you kind of got to live with. I also think this particular part of the stage doesn't have a lot going on, and it could perhaps stand to go for some parallax clouds, and that was dumb. I definitely should have seen that coming. I know there are little parallaxed cloudlets a little bit later on. Oh, and that just switches my weapon. That doesn't power me up. Well, screw you. So that's another nice thing about this game is you never really get stuck with the weapon you don't like for too long, because you can just grab it and burn it when the sub-boss shows up, you know, like it is. The only kind of downside is you have to put up with the weapon you don't like for the duration of the super boss, or the super zapper here. And that's the sub-boss out of the way. He also lasts for a surprisingly long amount of time if you don't burn a bomb on him. But luckily, as the strategy of this game goes, it's really easy to accumulate bombs, and it's hard for me as a player to get used to burning my super bombs like that. I'm used to like 3 per life, and I'm used to sitting on those, quite frankly. So this game is probably a good training exercise for me. We'll see how long I make it at this stage. The odds of me finishing stage 2 on the first try here are pretty slim. I'm definitely going to give this game a full credit here, and then cut off the stream. Oh, that was smart of me. Yeah, there's those parallax cloudlets. And then I'm going to cut off the stream and examine my volume just to make sure I'm doing this okay here. And I am just sucking. Okay, so I think I'm fairly close to the boss. Good. Good. I'm nowhere near the boss. And I don't have any weapons and no real prospects at getting special weapons. So that was a very poor place for me to die. It may actually cost me all of my lives here before the boss. I'm not any kind of amazing. So I gotta finish this guy up, and I definitely should burn another super bomb on him. Here's the boss. So this guy kind of snots out of these two kind of... Yeah, I really meant to use a super bomb there. He kind of snots out of those two green things, and taking those out is pretty much priority number one for me. Maybe it shouldn't be, but it just seems like I can get it underneath him when he charges down if he's... Yeah, I just died. Well, that seems like a good place to cut this stream off and see if I'm doing any of this stuff correctly. So I'll switch it back to the PC input so I can see, you know, what's what. And I'm looking over at the stream, and visually it's looking okay. But this is Reaperman, and I am signing off.